Sometimes we just need a little space to grow. Sometimes our love needs some pain to show. Sometimes I need a little faith to flow, and sometimes it's all laid below. Between these lines I leave the ink, I stain a page to breathe and think. Sometimes it relieves the weight from chest, hearing a poet relate to stress. I live on in songs, won't escape from death. Where I belong is where life elates our best. Sometimes we gotta progress through depression. Some lines show the process of reflection, connection to others who felt the pain. Sometimes I'm confined in the hell I've made, a journey down the road of self I've paved. A rhyme sayer in heart, but PS is PEA. Sometimes some kinds of my pain persist, and I question why my faith exists. Sometimes fly by too fast, so I savor the moment yet no truth lasts. I savor the glow in your eyes as you laugh, but sometimes the brainstorms make lightning flash. PS, if I'm faced with unlikely tasks, I'm explicit with this shit, it's likely facts. Whenever I lay my life on tracks, I'll forever relay my life's impact. But sometimes these young minds can't relate to how I love more when I see hate. When in my meditation my peace breaks, and in my lyricism I excrete these pains. Confined inside, see through these pains. Still my heart flies, rhymes exude these planes of existence that I live in. Sometimes I am imprisoned, still keep pushing on these visions. Sometime I'll be forgiven. Sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inside in silent tears, shaking like facing my most violent fears. So go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. Sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inside in silent tears, shaking like I'm facing my most violent fears. So go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. When I incite, my grim light shines inside this mind where my strife resides. Inside these lines my rhymes can find my plights, my fights, why I write rhymes. In my time I try to spread insight, cause my life is why I'm dead inside. In a single instance this could all be gone, snap of the fingers and I move on. So for now I try to reach you through songs, show that I relate to the pain when I lose bonds, when I lose friends and my use ends. Get it through my head, my crew lies dead. I'm lucky enough to escape addiction, too much fine print to erase conditions. I'm conditioned, imprisoned by this response, to put pain in my lyrics like I write it off. My mind is the pages that I'm writing on, cause when I put my pen to it I write my thoughts. Passion in my grip like a fiery sconce, and these lines is where I confide these flaws. My deep wants turned off, this is epigenetics. My philosophy calls me to lay dead in this message, dead in the center, I the singularity. So much gravity attached to me, excreting clarity. Each moment could be the last, I extremely cherish these times when my rhymes become my parity. Terminal density, I'm like a black hole, condensate philosopher's stones when I rap gold. Cause sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inside in silent tears, shaking like facing my most violent fears. So go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. Cause sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inside in silent tears, shaking like facing my most violent fears. So go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. And sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inside in silent tears. I'm shaking like facing my most violent fears. So go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. Still I smoke until the lungs feel the pain in my brain. If I could turn this all around, I'd be making the change. I can't stand to see clearly what is taken away. Sometimes my love likes breaking my faith. Need hope for the future, it's fading to gray, fading away. This pain's fated to stay, inlaid in the veins, engraved in the slate. Pain in the face, the young minds think it's hate, but I'll get a break sometime, someday. Someday I'll open my heart and let love blaze, until the broken shards in the dark's where my love stays. While the storm in my brain makes composure and form break, I'll find a better norm to formulate. At this point on my journey I can't ever go home. I've come to terms with the fact that I'ma die alone. The evidence to back that in the flashbacks and rhymes, and you could never understand if you lack that past of mine. Past the crimes, times I've done wrong. Sometimes my saddest tracks are my love songs. I never lied once, yes I was strong enough to live through the hell that I'd once want. Now the transference of my life onto these pages is the only way I won't die from all I keep taking. Scars and marks line my arms, and my darkest arts define my qualms. A true poet, I flow with pure emotion. Driven for living, I'm trying to cure devotion. Procure the notion, it's long gone. Ensure the motion of lost thoughts. Wander my brain as I ponder my pains. A long plot on the short road as I walk to my grave. Cause Sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inciting silent tears. I'm shaking like facing my most violent fears, so go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. Sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inciting silent tears. Shaking like facing my most violent fears, so go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. Sometime I won't be with it, so I'll leave sighing here in these lines of rhymes inciting silent tears. Shaking like facing my most violent fears, so go ahead and speak your mind, cause silence hears. It's like everywhere I go, I walk in the rain with expansion and passion. I embody the flame. I was born with a love that taught me to hate, to learn every way to survive the days. In cold days and colder nights, the weight's too great to shoulder life. True fate's too grave. I'm over fights. I dance on the graves, take bolder flights. Take this game to older heights. Stain the page before the mics. Paint the ways to show the strife. When flows give shivers, my exposure's ice. 200 pages that hold the type of sorrows and struggles that show the plights that I'm bound to fight on a nightly basis. If my ink's alkaline, then what I write is basic, bitch.